thing. So whenever we are starting now, just give me a
Huh.
reminder. I'll just start
Sure.
from the beginning, I'll just have these slides so you will see it in the recording. So we
Okay.
talked about defining an enterprise because
Yeah.
enterprise wise data is stored in the database. So the Fusion database that we have access to will hold our data, our
Hmm.
enterprise data. So when Oracle gives us access, they will give us access to one enterprise. Within that, we have to define our company structure.
Okay.
Enterprise can be multiple enterprise data is stored in the database. Each user ID is linked to one enterprise. Highest level is defined in a company for whom data is stored in the application. All work structures, people, compensation data is stored for a particular enterprise. So these are the boxes that you have. One is, that you can define as per your need. So like Amazon one has been kept blank. So if Amazon were to implement, they would get access to this enterprise, and then the implementation team will go in and define the legal entity, legal employer, ledger, business unit, departments as per Amazon's business.
Okay.
So let's look at this. This is a could be a real enterprise called Infusion Corporation, which has two divisions. One is US division, one is UK division.
Hmm.
So these are the ledgers that you have: primary ledger, calendar, and then you have the business units, financial services, systems, UK systems. Then you have a shared services, HR shared service center, corporate administration, procurement.
So this comes corporate administration, procurement, and all that. That comes under department, right?
Yes, those could be departments. Those could also be business units. In the
Okay.
sense, nowadays you must be hearing about shared services, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, Trians decides that, global HR will be now from Bangalore. So
Hmm.
that will be my shared services. So different businesses of Trians can share HR services.
Yeah. Okay.
So they will
Okay.
pay for the HR services, and
Hmm.
they will be debited some fixed amount every month or a particular based on how much of the service they have been using.
Okay.
That's how these profit centers or business units get developed over a period of time.
Okay.
So on the right hand side, you will find these are the definitions. Okay, this BSV is balancing segment, which is used for the finance side because your journals have to be balanced. So there will be only one enterprise. Okay, so that
Hmm.
Infusion group is the enterprise.
Okay.
Everything else, rest of it is what you will be defining as per your need.
Okay.
So the needs can be different from client to client.
Okay.
Trians could have one need, IBM could have one need, Amazon could have another need.
Right.
So implementation teams work is to do that,
Okay.
to configure the system as per the customer's requirement.
Okay.
Now, this is the initial configuration that one has to do.
Okay.
Okay. So
Hmm.
what we do is there is a particular place we need to go: home, setup and maintenance, compensation offering, and establish enterprise structures. Within that, first step is creating the division, legal entities, business unit, reference data sets, all this. So it's like a wizard.
Hmm.
After that, we go to establish job and position structure, whether you're going to need job and position or whether you need job or positions, whether
Okay.
you'll be using job or positions. Do you know in your organization, do you use job and positions or only jobs?
Uh, I am not sure.
Okay, which part
It's
of the
it's
application do you use?
as in.
Means you said you are a user of Fusion. So
Huh.
which part of the Fusion application you view
I
or
have
you
to check. I have to check.
do
I
you
am
see
not.
your data in Fusion?
Yes.
You
Yes.
see that. You go
Yeah.
to
Employment.
employment. Have you gone to the employment page?
Yes. I mean, there is like oh my God. Let me come back tomorrow on that because
No
we
problem.
just log in and then we can
Me, there
get
is a
to
me page.
me, right? Me
Yes,
page.
within
Yeah,
me you will find like personal information, professional employment information. So
correct.
when you go to employment, you will see
Hmm.
job, positions, grade, department, all those will be shown.
Yes, yes,
If you are
yes.
using job and positions, you will see
Hmm.
both.
Hmm.
If you are not using positions, then
Hmm.
you will see only jobs in your system.
Okay. Okay.
I'll come to jobs and positions a little later. First, let's talk about established enterprise structures.
Okay.
So let me just log into the application. Just bear with me.
Sure.
Did you manage to take a look at that application that I had shared that day?
Yes, yes, yes. I have done it, again after
Okay,
our
good,
training session. So
good,
I have got idea how to do it.
very
Do
good,
it.
very good.
Sort of one more thing, like
Yeah.
see, as I'm a fresher in
Hmm.
this, okay, just give me training where which is very much needed for me to start, right? So
Don't worry, I'll be going in that fashion only, starting assuming that you don't know anything. So
yeah,
I mean, not don't know anything. I mean you don't know anything on the fusion. So
yeah,
so it will be like just like a fresher. If you feel that
yeah.
there is something that you don't know or you need to ask, feel free to ask. Okay.
Yes, sir.
After our class na, see if
Hmm.
you are able to do this later on your own, so that will give you the confidence that yes. And once you do na, you
Yeah.
may get stuck. Don't worry, don't hesitate.
Okay.
Keep clicking, look here and there, find out what is it, you know
Okay.
so
Sure.
that will give you urge, because that's how ultimately during implementations and all na, you will
Hmm.
not have the answer to everything.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, lot
Hmm.
of things you have to find out, lot of things you may have to look around, and
Hmm.
keep clicking and thinking what is it, what can I do now, things like that. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so do the same thing when you are practicing also. Get into
Sure.
that habit, you will develop that. Now see,
Okay.
I'm going into this, I click on the user ID here,
Yeah.
then I go into setup and maintenance, which is also called as the functional setup manager.
Functional setup manager. Okay.
You might hear the term functional setup manager. Don't wonder what it is. It is nothing
Okay.
but setup and maintenance, which is this piece where you
Okay.
get access to all the setups in one central place.
Okay.
So if you look at the slide, this is setup and maintenance, compensation offering, and establish enterprise structures.
Okay.
So this is the functional area, which is compensation management, enterprise profile,
Okay.
and establish enterprise structures. You may need to click on all tasks. Establish enterprise structures.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So when you're creating a new one,
Hmm.
okay, you
Yeah.
will see that you can create your own enterprise structure like this. Okay, give a name.
Okay.
So I'm using my name initial, so you can use yours also for the enterprise that you are creating. Let's say enterprise.
Okay.
Say okay. Whatever is with an asterisk is mandatory.
Hmm.
Rest you may give, you may not give.
Sure.
So initially, this is the enterprise that you will be using. Okay.
Hmm.
So short name, let's say SP Enterprise. Which industry does it belong to? Let's say information. Headquarter, which country? Let's say United States. Now, this is the legal employment information, legal name.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say we call it SP legal entity is the name of the, you can give some numbers here. Identifier is a number, which is a unique number.
Okay.
So you may have it, otherwise, most countries, they will give you a legal number, so
Okay.
you can use that as a unique identifier. And then you need a legal address.
Hmm.
So legal address you may search or you can create from here.
Okay.
If the legal address is already created, you may search for it here, or you can
Hmm.
say create. So once you create, it will ask you for the name. Let's say
Hmm.
SP legal address. So this is the official address of the organization.
Okay. Okay.
If it is US, usually, so once you put in the zip code, the state, city, state, county gets auto populated.
Okay.
They have a validation in that country, so these will be mapped. So this is the legal information that we enter. After doing this,
Hmm.
you it says that you have provided enough information to configure a simple enterprise with a single legal entity.
Okay.
Now, it might happen that you have more than one legal entity, then you can't continue. Then you'll have to say continue with the interview to set up more legal entities.
Okay.
Interview meaning it is like a wizard which
Hmm.
takes you step by step through all these steps here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Hmm.
Step by step, we talked
Hmm.
about legal entity, we talked about business unit. So these you have to set up one by one.
Okay.
So let's say continue with the interview to set up more legal entities, and we say next.
Hmm.
So name, description, country, location, this is for the divisions. So if
Okay.
you need any division, you can create them. So you can say SP United States, and you can choose the location from here. You can
Yeah.
search as also, or you can pick up the address that we have just defined. And if you need more divisions, you can define like this.
Okay. Okay. So that legal entity data will be getting, will be having it, right?
Yes,
While
yes, we'll be
creating?
having. Correct,
Okay.
correct. So what system will do? It will go behind the scene and create the legal entity based on this. See, we can't find anything location names here. So what we
Hmm.
can do, we can create our own location name.
Okay.
Create option is there. We go to create. Starts with 6 or 5. Bangalore.
56
One, five,
double
six.
zero.
So if there is drop down, so it will automatically pick that up.
Okay.
Okay. So we have
Yep.
created the divisions, and then we say
Hmm.
next.
Okay.
So one legal entity will be created based on what we have defined on that first page.
Hmm.
If you need more, you click on this plus.
Okay.
So maybe you need one for India. Say SP India legal entity. So you can create that hierarchy now. So you can say it
Mm.
belongs to which division. So then this will come under SP Asia.
Okay.
And usually drop downs, when you see from the drop down, it should pick up. So once you do this, you
Mm.
can say next and it will come to business units. Now, business
Okay.
units, when you're creating, you have two options. You can create them manually or you
Mm.
can automatically create with the legal entities that you have defined. That's why you see there were two legal entities that we
Mm.
have defined. So system will create the business units for the legal entity,
Okay.
or you can create them manually as per your need.
Okay.
So if you say manually, then you
Mm.
click next and you will be taken to the page to create your business unit. Business unit is what? It is like a division of your actual business. It's not a legal entity. It is not a
Mm.
legal company in the eyes of the law, but it is for your internal analysis purposes, like, internal organization purposes. For
Okay.
example, I could have like maybe you have a cloud.
Mm.
You can say cloud operations, and you can then have what other businesses do you have?
Digital.
Okay, let's call it digital. One more.
Infrastructure. Infra.
So what will happen here is,
Mm.
once you define these three business, this is like your internal organization. Think of Tata Motors. Okay,
Yeah.
Tata Motors is a company which it manufactures vehicles. They
Mm.
could have a business unit which is passenger. So they all their passenger, Indica, or all those Nexa and all those models will come under that. Commercial trucks, commercial vehicles.
Mm.
Then then you have the electric vehicles, the buses.
Okay. Okay.
So those are all internal divisions, you can say, also
Okay.
called as business unit. So how this helps is, when
Mm.
you enter your financial information, you
Mm.
can see an internal balance sheet for each of this business. You can say, okay, I spent this much on cloud operations
Mm.
and this much is what I earn from it.
Okay. Yeah.
Or digital business, this much for how much I spend on digital business. How
Mm.
much, meaning it could be salary, it could be, oh, it could be salary, it could be, logistics expenses, business operation expenses, and what income are you getting against the particular
Yeah.
business. So
Yeah.
end of the day, you can do an internal comparison. Does it make sense to continue with that business, or it's better to stop that business?
Okay. Mm.
Right, you will find
Yeah.
time to time companies take different calls. We are going to shut down this business. Probably
Correct.
their internal valuation says that it
Mm.
doesn't make sense to carry on with the business.
Okay.
So all this data that you are setting up, we
Mm.
need to give access to the users. Okay,
Mm.
so
Mm.
this is part of the setup data. So
Mm.
setup data, we have to create different reference data sets. One is called common set, one is called reference set, and then we have another one which is called as, you can create your own reference data set. Let's say I have US. So US people will only see the US data,
Mm.
and India people will only see India data.
Okay.
So this helps to reduce duplicate data, or creating multiple layers of data, replicating the data and things like that.
Okay. Okay.
And then we say next. So you have to link the business units
Hmm.
to your default business unit. So maybe by default, business units could be linked to common set. So everybody by default, you may set it to common. And then later on, you can go and modify it at a more granular level, which we'll see later once we define all the setups and all.
Okay.
Similarly, for your locations also, these were the two locations that we had.
Hmm.
So we can say we'll put it as part of common set initially.
Okay. Okay.
And then we save and close. So this way, we have now defined our SP enterprise, and we can start using that SP enterprise.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. How do we do that? That is, you have to load the enterprise configuration into the system. And how do we load it? You can load it by running the load configuration process from here.
Okay.
Right now, we'll not do it, but this is how you can do it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now, if you
Okay.
want to duplicate, you can duplicate this. You can also configure, you can also make changes to this. If you want to make any changes, you click on this pencil icon, you'll be
Okay.
able to change. If you want to
Hmm.
duplicate it and create another enterprise, because initially a couple of times you might have to do multiple changes, multiple iterations till you
Hmm.
get your perfect enterprise. You will be interacting with the users. They will say, no, no, this is not our business unit. I need something else. No, they
Yeah.
might say,
Hmm.
no, legal entities, I have 10 legal entities. You are only
Hmm.
showing two. Or,
Hmm. Hmm.
business unit, I wanted this. So some of them you can modify. If you
Hmm.
can't modify, you might have to recreate that thing from scratch.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, once your enterprise is defined,
Hmm.
next we go into configure jobs and positions. So a little
Okay.
bit about jobs and positions.
Hmm.
Let's say you have a how will you, if you are asked to differentiate between job and position, how will you differentiate between job and position?
Okay. So jobs is a role and position where we assign the responsibilities.
Okay. So, in other words, you have
Hmm.
rightly said job is like role. So, it is more like generic nature of the content of the person's work.
Okay. Yeah.
Position is more like specific, or it could be a designation.
Okay.
Let's say we have a job of manager.
Hmm.
That's a job. And it's,
Hmm.
it's a content, the role, what
Hmm.
it requires, some responsibility, it requires some, accountability, responsibility, there are some
Hmm.
things that go with it. And
Hmm.
then the position could be HR manager, assistant manager, finance assistant manager, finance, or procurement manager, general
Hmm.
manager, procurement. These could be designations.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how the system differentiates between these two is
Hmm.
jobs is more generic in nature,
Hmm.
position is more specific.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So
Hmm.
when I say specific, what I
Hmm.
mean is that that particular position will not move,
Okay.
or when some things are assigned, you assign it to that position.
Hmm.
You say this is assistant manager purchasing. You say this is senior manager purchasing. You say this is assistant manager procurement, and so on.
Okay.
That's a position. So there is a reportee. You can have a reporting relationship, which is like a position hierarchy.
Hmm.
And then you can also have a relationship up the hierarchy chain. So this reports to him, this reports to him, this reports to her, and so on.
Hmm. Okay.
When people leave, the
Hmm.
positions are not dissolved, the position remains.
Okay. Okay.
So when you hire into that position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in this way, we can define the different roles, we can define the different positions as per our need.
Okay.
Now, when you define, the first question is, do you need jobs only, or do you need job and position?
Okay.
That is always a debate from an implementation perspective.
Okay.
Why we need positions is, one, if you need a position hierarchy. So
Hmm.
let's say you have some procurement approvals which are dependent on your position hierarchy. So manager approves, goes to senior manager approves, goes to general manager approves, goes to head of the department.
Hmm.
So that could be a hierarchy.
Yes.
So for that, you may need to define a position and position hierarchies.
Okay.
In case you don't use it,
Hmm.
then simple jobs will do.
Okay.
So job could be like we have in our, IT side, we have a consultant. You have
Hmm.
250 consultants working,
Hmm.
400 developers working,
Hmm.
right? 5,000 senior managers
Hmm.
or senior consultant, managing consultant, principal consultant. You must have heard these roles, right?
Right. Right.
How is your organization organized?
Yeah, same. Like it's grade wise and a different uh, like business units, has their own designation. Like if somebody is from infra, they'll be having, that, system engineer, or, a lead system engineer,
Okay,
or a cloud engineer,
okay,
or cloud architect. Okay. Whereas, if you see from business apps, people have designation starting with, a software engineer, and then developer, team
now
lead,
tell
tech
me
lead.
something. When you're talking about a tech lead or developer or system engineer, how many people can be in that particular position or designation or role?
There'll be many, like,
Many. Exactly.
yeah.
In that case, in Oracle terms, we'll not call it a position, we'll call it a job.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
We may call it a position also. In that case, your jobs will be more a collection of positions. Like you could have a job of engineer, you could have
Hmm.
a job of developer, you could have a
Hmm.
job of tech lead, you could have a job of manager.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
within that job designation, you could have positions defined as, system engineer, cloud architecture.
Okay. Hmm.
Initially you will find this very confusing, but don't
Hmm.
worry about it. As we gradually move forward, you will get more ideas about, how you can configure jobs and positions, and you can
Okay.
use it as per your requirement.
Okay. Okay.
Next time you get into your system, just check what sort of configuration is there for jobs and positions.
Sure.
So if I now click on this configure jobs, it will ask me, it will again take me through some questions.
Okay.
So it says recommended approach. Industry I have chosen is information,
Hmm.
and they say jobs are recommended for this industry.
Okay.
Okay. It says
Why
you
not?
use jobs, don't use position.
Why?
It's a recommendation from Oracle side, Fusion side.
Okay.
In case
Okay.
you are not convinced, you can say
Hmm.
I want to explore other options.
Okay. Got it.
Now see, system gives you more questions.
Hmm.
Just read through.
Uh, it's still the purpose. Okay.
So if you are hiring a person,
Hmm.
but it could be for a different job or for a different headcount,
Hmm.
then you're not actually rehiring for the exact position.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then they are saying use jobs.
Hmm.
You don't need position.
Okay.
Another scenario could be managers usually rehire to the same post but can request a reallocation of budget to create a different post. Then also system says use jobs.
Okay.
Third option could be managers are replacing the person by hiring to the same role.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. In
Hmm.
that case, you may, let me just change this and show you this. So I choose this. So
Hmm.
here it says, no, I want to use positions. So system will give up and he'll say, okay, go ahead and define your positions.
No, no. So I did not get that third point. What managers can replace the person by rehiring to the same role, or freeze the post for budget purpose.
So you have a procurement manager position in your organization. So you
Hmm.
can hire the person for that same position. Or
Hmm.
if you don't have budget to hire a person, you will say, okay, I will not hire a procurement manager for the next 6 months till the financial year is over.
Okay. Hmm.
So that position is not being rehired. You are
Hmm.
hiring a person, maybe you're putting him in a executive procurement role or a senior manager, but you're not hiring him as a manager procurement. That position
Okay.
remains.
Hmm. Hmm.
That means
Hmm.
what? They are saying when it is a position, you
Hmm.
hire for a particular position.
Okay. Okay.
You don't
Hmm.
hire for a generic role.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
in your case, you were talking about system engineer. So if
Hmm.
one system engineer leaves, you can
Hmm.
hire another system engineer who is
Yeah.
just another person who is just playing that role, which
Yeah.
is a job in this case. But if you
Okay.
said, I have a system engineer cloud India or India role, which is
Hmm.
specific to the India headcount.
Hmm. Hmm.
So if
Okay.
someone leaves that position, I'll have to rehire someone into that same position
Okay. Okay.
with
Okay.
same identical, qualifications, background, experience.
Got it.
Then
Got it.
I should
Hmm.
be using positions.
Okay.
That is what it means.
Okay.
So if I now choose, I want to use positions and hierarchies for reporting, then you will say next, and I can define what I need. So this is for position, some additional information, for job, additional information.
Hmm.
Okay. As per my need, I can define more additional fields here.
Okay.
Initially, all this just leave blank. Don't worry about all this. You will get zapped otherwise.
Okay.
Just say, let's go back and, because we'll not be using this enterprise right now in our system.
Hmm.
We'll use whatever is there in the system. So that way we'll have sample data and we can look at the sample data and use all of that. So if I now just use jobs,
Hmm.
then I will say next, and it will give me only the job attributes. Position attribute is gone.
Okay.
Okay. So
Hmm.
based on the answers that you are giving, system
Hmm.
will present you different options here.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
So let's say I save and close this
Hmm.
and I come back to this, save and close. So going back to the slide that we had, we looked at this established job and position structures.
Okay.
So once you are happy with this setup here, you
Hmm.
can go to load configuration.
Okay.
This is that reference data set we were talking about. So
Hmm.
on one side, we'll have employees, which will be employees are tagged to business units.
Hmm.
Business units are tagged to reference data set.
Okay.
So if my employee belongs to US and the business unit is linked to reference data set A, then they will see these admin and sales executive jobs.
Okay.
But if my employee is tagged to business unit UK,
Hmm.
then they will only see admin 2 and sales executive 2 because they are linked to a different data set.
Okay. Hmm.
So that's the purpose of a reference data set.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when you are doing practice,
Hmm.
maybe tomorrow, day after. So you can try to replicate this, create an enterprise with two divisions and three
Okay.
legal entities. Each
Hmm.
legal entity can have two business units called consulting and software,
Hmm.
one primary location in India, and you
Hmm.
can have one reference data set.
Okay. Okay.
For job and position, you can say we want to define both job and positions.
Okay.
Just try it out.
Hmm.
Okay,
Sure.
when you get some
Okay.
time. Another caution: every Saturday they
Hmm.
usually bring down the environment for refresh, or for new setups, and it's a refresh basically.
Hmm.
Passwords are reset and all that stuff will happen. So
Okay.
there are chances that whatever you define before Saturday, you may lose that when the refresh happens. So
Okay.
just be aware of it. Don't freak out that you have lost whatever you have defined. So that's a natural thing. So one
So.
option that you
Hmm.
have is you can
Hmm.
start maybe after Saturday afternoon. So that
Okay.
way, once the
Hmm.
system is back up, then usually it is there for 1 week. So
Hmm.
if nothing untoward happens to the
Hmm.
instance in between,
Hmm. Hmm.
so then you will be in a better shape to continue with the practices.
Sure. Sure.
You were saying
Sure.
something, I cut you off.
No, so the what will be like wiped off, like whatever I'm going to create the data and everything.
Hmm. So this is
Okay.
the assignment that you can try out on your own.
Okay. Okay.
So the way Kritika does this is,
Hmm.
the other girl who was there that
Hmm.
day, she is
Hmm.
already doing the class. So
Okay.
she has completed these set of stuff. So
Okay.
she first reviews the video after the class,
Hmm.
and then, she tries to do this on her own.
Okay.
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 Now,
Hmm.
one suggestion that I have: before you sit
Hmm.
on the system, take
Hmm.
pen and paper and
Hmm.
write out what enterprise you are going to define: name of the
Hmm.
enterprise,
Hmm.
location, what are the names of the divisions, what are the names of the legal entities,
Hmm.
business units. I have given two business unit names. You can choose
Hmm.
your own business unit names also. So that
Yeah.
way, what happens when once you sit on the system, you're not wondering what to enter.
Correct. Yeah.
So you already know what to enter, and that way you will work faster.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
can we continue?
Yes. Yes. Please.
Okay. So we have something called as an HCM model. I like to represent the entire Fusion HCM in this diagram. So this entire blue box is your enterprise.
Hmm.
Within that, you will have three important entities. One is work
Okay.
structure, one is person, other one
Hmm.
is compensation.
Okay.
So work structure means location, department, job, position, grades.
Okay.
We understand those terms. They are fairly understandable, right? English language.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Person, we talk about person. So in the system, we don't talk about employees, we don't talk about contingent workers, we talk about person. Person
Yeah.
can be an employee, can be an applicant, can be a contingent worker, can be a contact.
Hmm. Okay.
And then you also have compensation, which is all about payroll elements meaning the pay codes,
Okay.
formulas, pay slip, generation of the payroll, different processes, steps, and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
So the intersection of these three
Hmm.
is something called as an assignment or employment.
Okay.
Employee, let's say Vijay Kumar,
Hmm.
works out of Bangalore
Hmm.
location. Department could be cloud services.
Hmm.
Job could be system engineer. Grade
Yep.
could be M1, M2. What are the grade names in your organization?
Grade one, grade two.
Okay, grade 1, grade 2. Accordingly, his salary has lies in a particular band.
Okay.
He will get certain emoluments, salary, maybe basic salary, breakup of that, travel allowance, and maybe COVID allowance. People are working from home. Some companies are
Hmm.
giving allowances for that to reimburse for the expenses and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So those are done through the elements and the
Okay.
payroll. So you could have an intersection. You could also link these allowances to the location, to the department, to the job.
Okay.
Somebody posted in Siachen Glacier gets a hardship allowance.
Yeah. Okay.
So moment only when he is in Siachen Glacier, he will get it. If he is posted back in Ambala or to New Delhi, he will no longer get it.
Okay.
So that is what this intersection means.
Okay.
So you can link the elements and the payroll to your work structure.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
And the person, you can also say employees will get certain, belong to this payroll, they get certain elements, they get certain, they are, some formulas are there which process elements. Contingent workers, they get certain, things. Mostly contingent workers are not paid through our payroll. Therefore, we do not record their payroll information in our system.
Okay.
Okay, they are paid through third party. Contingent worker means third party employees,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
third party payroll employees. And contacts are your family members, their dependents, contacts, emergency contacts, and so on.
Okay.
So
Yes.
this is one model. If you remember this, we will be going through these one by one. So when we talk about work structures, you will see location, department, job, position, grade, and so on.
Okay.
Now, when we define work structures, we have to keep in mind we define locations, which are the places where your company is based out of.
Okay.
Locations are linked to departments.
Yes.
Optional. It's optional because one department may be based out of more than one location. So you may not want to tag one particular location, or you might tag only the primary location to it.
Okay.
You may also define jobs, which we discussed is the like the role,
Yeah.
and the job may be linked to your grades.
Yes.
System engineer is grade 1, grade 2.
Hmm. Hmm.
System manager is maybe grade 2, grade 3, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Job and department, it is mandatory when you are defining positions. You have to link each position to a particular job, to a
Hmm.
particular department.
Okay. Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
So location is basically workplace where employees are working from.
Okay.
So it can be a city, building, floor, section, whatever details you want to hold against that particular location.
Yeah.
Location is also tied with other modules like purchasing, inventory, receivables, sales, and so on.
Hmm.
And we uniquely identify it by location ID.
Okay.
And where will we find locations in the system? From our home, we go to My Client Groups, and then we go to Workforce Structures. That's the
Okay.
navigation.
Okay.
So let's go in and see where we define, or shall we finish this and then go there? Okay, let's finish this and go there. That's location.
Oh,
Okay. Next is
okay.
department.
Hmm.
Dep-
Hello. Saurav, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Sorry,
So
I just missed
navigation,
it.
no problem. The navigation is again similar: home, My Client Group, Workforce Structures. So
Okay.
when you go to Workforce Structures, once you click on it, you will see a long list: position,
Okay.
location, job, department. So from where, whichever one you want to view, edit, or create, you can just click on it and go to that relevant screen and define.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
organizations, they are also called as HR organization, inventory organization, project organization. So organization is a generic term. When we
Hmm.
say HR organization, we usually mean a department
Yeah.
where employees are assigned.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Departments are optionally linked to locations because we can have more than one location for a
Hmm.
particular department. It can have headcount and it can have accounting information like account code or additional information, working hours, start time, end time, things like
Hmm.
that.
Okay.
And we uniquely identify it by a department ID or an organization ID.
Okay.
Other examples of organizations can be business unit,
Hmm.
division, legal entity, etc.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. So, sort of one
When we talk,
question. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry to cut you.
No.
Now we are, just reading about, going through about
Hmm, hmm,
structure and location and department and everything.
hmm.
So, where this gonna help in future? I should have idea about this.
Yes, so you should know where to define locations, where to define departments, where to define jobs, because employee's assignment will have all this information. Where is he located? Which
Okay,
department does he belong to? What job
okay,
does he do? So unless
okay,
you know where to define them, you
hmm.
can't see them in that drop down list.
Okay, okay,
So tomorrow, suppose in your role, they
hmm.
ask you to define a job and they will say define the job, and you are as an implementation consultant, your
Hmm.
role would be to define the job, and the
Hmm.
user
Hmm.
will see that job in the drop down and assign it to the employee.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
All
So
right.
I need to define their department,
Yes,
job,
you need
location,
to
and
know
everything.
where to define, how it is defined, what is the implication of defining it.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So, sorry, that was jobs. We haven't yet talked about jobs. Jobs is the
Yeah.
nature of work being done by an individual.
Yes.
So, similar jobs are grouped into job family. Jobs can
Hmm.
have a job path. The progress. Usually, employees are
Hmm.
concerned about their progress in the organization, how they will progress. So, you can define a path for them.
Correct. Hmm.
Go to system manager to system
Yeah.
executives, or executive to manager, manager to senior manager to director, director to VP, and so on. That could be a job path.
Yeah.
And you can define eligible grades on the job so that when you choose a particular job, only the eligible grades appear for you to be able to assign
Yeah.
it to that employee. You can also do a job evaluation. Have you heard of Hayes evaluation?
No.
Okay, Hayes evaluation is a way of evaluating jobs. They
Okay.
assign a particular score against those jobs, and they say
Okay.
you can define it in this manner.
Okay.
And then we uniquely identify each job by a job ID.
Okay.
Next, we come to grades. Grades, the when we define these job, position, department, positions, whatever,
Hmm.
these names are specific to your organization. What you are calling them. Some companies call their grades grade one, grade two, grade three. Somebody calls them band one, band two, band three. Somebody
Correct.
calls them A1, A2, A3, or E1, E2, E3. Management grades M1, M2, M3. Staff
Yes.
grade is SG1, SG2, things like that. So it can
Yeah.
vary from company to company.
Yeah.
And we grade links the people to those with similar salary,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
grades can have grade rates or grade scales.
Yeah.
Grade rates means grade rates will have a min and max,
Yeah.
and the employee salary could be within that range or outside that range.
Correct.
Grade rates can be overlapping also between the grades. Like grade 2 and grade 3 could have overlapping salary
Hmm.
ranges, right?
Hmm. Correct.
A senior in one scale could be the junior in another scale, and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that's about grade grades. You also have a grade scale. You might have seen for public sector jobs or government jobs, they announce a scale. You have a basic. Based on the
Hmm.
basic, you get HRA and
Hmm.
LTA and all those benefits, and then that will continue every year. You will get an increment of 100 rupees, and at the end of 5 years, you will reach the head at the top of your scale. Then you get promoted to the next scale, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, those scales we have like A1 could be scale A11 to A5, A to
Hmm.
1.5, each
Hmm.
point having a value attached to it. Let's say
Okay.
$1,000.
Hmm.
So scales are usually used in public sector or traditional organizations.
Okay.
And there is a base pay based on which other emoluments are calculated.
Okay.
And grade, we call it, again, you have a unique identifier called grade ID.
Okay. Okay.
And finally, we come to positions. Okay.
Hmm.
Position is the designation of any person in an organization.
Yes.
Okay. Position is linked to department and job. Examples could be HR manager, finance VP, purchasing GM. These could be different positions. We
Yeah.
define reporting through the position hierarchy. You can have
Okay.
valid grades on the position.
Hmm.
You can link locations also to the positions, or you can optionally link the locations to the positions.
Okay.
And every position can be of different types, things like single incumbent, shared, pool, none. So single incumbent means only one person is allowed. CEO, you can have a single incumbent. You cannot have
Hmm.
more than one person as the CEO.
Correct.
Or some cases purchasing GM, you can have only one. There is only one head count. So only one person can occupy that. Till that position becomes vacant, you cannot have anybody in that position.
Okay.
Shared means more than one person can be in that position. Like we were talking about those, system engineers or, system executives. Those are typically your
Position.
shared,
Positions.
shared
Shared
position.
position.
Pooled
Okay.
positions is like, drivers, secretaries. These are
Hmm.
pooled, means they could belong to an admin department. They don't belong to any
Hmm.
specific department. As and when needed, they are deployed to the respective department. So let's say driver, he is part of admin department. So
Hmm.
sales team needs a driver, they can request the driver.
Okay.
And let's say secretary, secretaries belong to the pool,
Hmm.
admin pool. Once done, as and when needed, they may be deployed to different parts
Yeah.
of the organization. So that's a pooled position.
Okay.
Okay. Hiring status, whether hiring is being done or not. Active means yes, hiring is allowed into that position. Close means it's not allowed. Propose means you're only proposing it. Right now it's not yet open. If it is approved, then you can hire into that position.
Yeah.
And assignment information for a person can be defaulted from the position.
Okay.
So when you're assigning this position to the person,
Hmm.
moment you assign position, all the information that you have defined at the position level, that
Hmm.
would default on the employee once assigned.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
And you can uniquely identify each position by a position ID. All the data that you see here, they are
Hmm.
stored in tables in the database.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a position table, you have a job table, you have department table, you have a location table, where the information is stored. And when
Okay.
we talk about this ID, you must be wondering what is this ID? ID is
Correct.
basically a primary key, unique identifier to that position. Just like
Okay.
you have an employee number. By
Yeah.
employee number, you can identify all details about that person, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So lot of times when someone is asking you, when you ask someone, they'll say, okay, tell me your employee number. So they can
Hmm.
search immediately by that unique and they will get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
far clear? Any
Yes.
questions you have?
No. I'm good.
Now we'll get into the system, otherwise it gets very dry.
Okay.
So for this, we'll first go to the home page. So what was our navigation? Do you remember what navigation we had discussed?
Uh, from the beginning, or
Navigation meaning where we can define location, where we can define department. This is the
uh,
navigation here, right at the top.
okay, my client groups. Yes.
Home, my client groups, workforce structures. So let's go and see. My client group is here. Click on it.
Yeah.
Then workforce structures. If you scroll down, you will find workforce structures. Clear?
Yes.
So let me repeat that once again. I came to home page.
Yeah.
So when you click on home page, it takes you to the first tab that you have here. Click on
Mm.
my client groups. Within that, if you scroll down, you will find work structures. Another way you can navigate is go to this navigator on the left hand side. Same way. The
Okay.
navigation similar, my client groups and work structures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both of them bring you to the same page, so you can navigate either way you want.
Okay.
So you see, I was telling you from this you can go to positions, jobs, grades, organizations, all things, departments, divisions. You can define from here also.
Yeah. Yep.
Locations. So let's now click on manage locations. So we are talking about creating locations. So the page is exactly similar for job position, grade, everything is exactly same. First you get a search one. If you want to search for something, you can
Mm.
type S and press search. Some cases it will say, you need more than one character, you need three characters, so you have to type those corresponding characters.
Okay.
So here this one, if you want to make changes, click on this pencil icon. Everywhere
Mm.
in the application you see this pencil icon means it's for editing.
Okay.
Making
Mm.
changes to an existing one. If you want to create a new one, we say
Mm.
create, and you will see this is like there's a start date. Usually all setup data that we define like this location, department, job, position, it goes
Mm.
back to the past.
Okay.
So initially let's keep this as location set as common, and I will
Okay.
define it like this: SP location, or we can say SP. Use Keep using your name initials, huh? So that
Okay.
when you search for it, you will be able to find it.
Sure.
Most cases you will find this code getting auto populated. If it is
Mm.
not, you can just type the same one, or you can just do like this, or you could have a code also. Most companies have a location code, you know
Okay.
that can be used. So if this is linked to an inventory is where your items are stored, like laptop storage and stuff like that. You can link
Mm.
it to an inventory order, or
Okay.
you can just leave it blank. All this, whatever is not required, just populate the mandatory ones. Let's
Mm.
country, will say India. Address I want. In India, unfortunately, we don't have that.
Yes.
Then so we could also have a time zone put in here, a normal.
Kolkata. Yeah.
So official language, email, geographic hierarchy, mail, phone, fax. This is like a master of your location, all information
Mm.
relating. Then you
Hmm.
can also enter ship to, whether this is for shipping, whether this is a ship to, whether items will be shipped here or not, whether
Hmm.
this is a receiving site or not, bill to site or
Hmm.
not. Usually companies may have factory which is a ship to site, receiving could be somewhere else, bill to could be somewhere else, corporate you send your bills and so on.
Okay. Okay.
And these are specific to different countries. For Spain you might need additional information, or for UK, US, you have different stuff being
Okay.
maintained. Okay, so
Yeah.
once you're done with this, you can say next, or you can say submit. Another thing with this, you can also put a latitude and longitude.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's quickly Google Bangalore's latitude longitude. Do you remember?
I know.
Yes, it's good. Nowadays we have Google. So 12.97 degree north and 77.03 Celsius. So you have this longitude and latitude. Longitude is north, south, east, west, right? And
Yes.
this one, latitude is north. So once this is done, we can review this. Review is to check whether all the information that we have defined is correct or not.
Okay.
And then you can say, if you are happy with all this, you review all the information. Okay? In case you have missed out something, you can always go back
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. You say okay.
Okay.
So now after this is done, you can then search. So once you have defined it, you should be able to see your location over here.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Now similarly, once we have defined our location, we can
Hmm.
go and define our position, department. So let's go and define our department. It is under organization. So like I
Okay.
told you, organization can mean anything. It's a generic term for business unit, department, divisions, everything.
Hmm.
So within, we are going to define departments. So we'll say create again. Search is exactly the same.
Okay.
So we'll just keep the same. Say create, and we'll say SP, let's say HR department. You can call it whatever you want, right? So
Sure. Yeah.
don't get stressed about the name. And location, we'll see if we can defined SP over here, the one that we defined. See, SP Bangalore over here. So it's the end of the
Yes.
interface.
Yes.
Then you say next. This is the department details that you will fill up here. You can also click on this and go there directly. So you
Okay.
can say who is the manager of that department, what is the cost center information, workday
Hmm.
information like start time, end time, working hours,
Mm-hmm.
Canada, France related information.
Hmm.
So all this you can define and keep in the particular department. So you save
Okay.
it. Now see the latitude, longitude that we define now, it comes in handy over here. You click on this.
Yes.
So based on the zip code, it will zoom in to that details.
Okay.
And then once your review, you are happy, this is the review page. It tells you
Hmm.
end of review.
Hmm.
Submit. Simple.
Yes.
So once you can again search for it.
Yeah.
So SP. Special operations is also SP. So that's why starts with SP.
Yes.
So manage departments is done. So we did location, we did department. Next, we are
Departments. Yeah.
going to go to jobs or grades. You can go to jobs or grades. Let's go to grades. Because when we define the location, then we'll get access. Now, when we define the jobs or the positions, we'll get the grades also.
Okay.
This is the manage grades and the grade rates. So I click on create. I say SP grade 1. Hello,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Saurav.
can you hear
There's a
me?
connect. I can hear you now.
No problem.
There's a
So this
connectivity
is the
issue here.
India
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It happens. So this India legislative data group will be for INR. You can choose a US one for USD and stuff like that.
This is for what? That they just made
For
it?
the grade rates.
Okay.
Grade rates. So you can say search.
Hmm.
Let me just go back. So we said SP grade 1 here, right? Let
Yeah.
me save this. Most companies these days use grade rates only. Hardly anybody uses grade scale. It's more government. Government mostly they will not use cloud.
Okay.
if you see this based on the grade rates that we have defined,
Hmm.
grades that you have defined, you will see them in the drop down. So like I'm searching for the SP also. Let's say I choose a grade for admin entry. So you have a US hourly grade rate that you can define, and you save
Okay.
that. So we'll have to add an existing rate, and you can give a min and a max.
Okay.
So min could be like 10,000, max could be like 15,000. The system will
Hmm.
calculate the midpoint of it. So between
Okay.
10,000 and 1,50,000. So I want to make it 15,000. Midpoint
Hmm.
is 12,500. And what
Hmm.
are the valid grades? If you click on these grades,
Hmm.
so you can associate your grades here. So SP. It's not coming up. Let's say we just put one of these initial ones, let's say admin 01 or admin 02. So these could be the grades that you are having. So this is
Hmm.
the hourly grade rate, right? So you will have
Hmm.
a min and max, or you can have a, what grades. So these grades are valid for this US hourly grade rate.
Okay.
So let's just make this as hourly rate from 10 to 50. So this is the min and max for this hourly rate. And what grades are applicable? These are
Hmm.
the grades that are part of this grade rate.
Okay.
So when you assign a grade to an employee,
Hmm.
system will check whether the grade rate that is defined, this min and max, is within this range or not.
Okay. Okay.
It could be a very wide range, because you could have, like, different types of people, different categories of employees.
Hmm. And what if it is if it doesn't I mean if it is not within the bracket?
So system, at the time of entering the salary, it will give you a
Hmm.
prompt saying
Okay.
that, do you want to, you know, continue if the value is outside the range, do you
Okay.
still want to continue? If you say
Okay.
yes, only then it will continue. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it will stop there. You
Okay.
have an option of changing it.
Sure.
So our grade that we have defined, SP grade, is now part of this US hourly grade rate. So we can pull up our SP grade and check it. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to, save it, and then,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
now it's showing. So
Yeah.
don't get disheartened if you see, it's not coming up. Give it a few minutes, it'll come up.
Okay. Sure.
So we define location, we
Hmm.
define department, we define grades.
Yeah.
So now we are getting into jobs. Am I going too fast?
No. 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 It's fine.
So here also you have the job name. So you can
Hmm.
say SP job one. You can, SP system engineer. I'm just tagging this SP so that, I know that I am defining it. Otherwise, normally it will be SP system engineer.
Yeah.
So here you can say whether it is part-time or full-time, whether
Hmm.
it's a regular or temporary. You know, there are a lot of companies they hire during peak season, particularly in retail industry. So you
Hmm.
can say that job family, you can link it to a job family, job function, you know,
Hmm.
administrative, change management, what type. This is all your
Correct.
internal, you know, nomenclatures which you can modify. You can add more values to the list as
Hmm.
you go along. You can have a level, you can have a management level also. So let's say non-manager.
Okay.
Medical checkup is required or not. Some jobs they require a medical checkup.
Yeah.
Benchmark, is this a standard? Are you going to compare it against a standard job?
Hmm.
So those kind of things. And the sections below, this is the legislative one for Switzerland, for United States. You might have different types of data entered and being taken.
Okay.
So here, this is the valid grade. So whatever grade you have defined, then you
Hmm.
can link that grade to your job.
Hmm.
Your SP grade is now showing up.
It's there. It's there.
So I'm now linking it to my job.
Okay.
So in this way, I can have multiple grades, which is valid for my job.
Okay.
Next is evaluation criteria, which like I
Hmm.
was telling you, Hayes evaluation. What Hayes
Hmm.
evaluation does is they have a method of calculating the content of a job, you know, because job, when we say,
Hmm.
it could be a generic job.
Hmm.
So which means that, you know, you can call it, you know, it's difficult to have some kind of, you know, definition defined. For example, it could be defined, you know, what is good to you may be bad to me. What is good to me could be, you know, super good to you. Things like that.
Hmm.
So here, what they say in his system, they're saying
Hmm.
we'll evaluate each job on a know-how of a scale, you know, and you can give some numbers,
Hmm.
and based on that, system will calculate a score.
Okay.
So this score you can compare with an individual. You know, when he's working, how much of know-how does he apply? How much
Okay.
of accountability does he have of his job? How much of problem solving is he doing? And then you
Okay.
come up a score and do a comparison whether he fits in with that job or not,
Okay.
or does he need any enhancements and stuff like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Profiles, these profiles are defined to, you know, you have like all your job requirements that you post on your job portals na? So you
Hmm.
could have a one place definition of things kept, and from there you pick it up. So once you define, let's say, an analyst role, so everything relating to that analyst job will be
Hmm.
displayed over here.
Okay.
So you have, you know, what are the job names, what is the job description, what
Hmm.
skills are required, is there a job risk, you know, travel requirements, any degrees required, responsibilities, licenses and certifications, languages, competencies,
Yeah. So that comes under profiles.
profiles. Exactly. If you want, you can create a new profile also, and then
Hmm.
you will be able to see it. And then you can have all those definitions entered over here.
Sure.
So you enter all this. It's a review, including competencies. You know, you see these
Hmm.
competencies here:
Yeah. Yeah.
quality standards,
Yeah.
demanding organization, problem solving, and then you say submit. So now your
Okay.
job is created.
Okay.
again I search for my job. So I get this SP system.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
lastly, we'll look at the positions.
Okay.
So I'll not do anything more today. I think this is quite a plateful for you.
Yes.
So here also the page looks exactly similar.
Hmm.
Click on create.
Hmm.
So you can give your position name. If you want, you already know a parent position, you can put it there, or you
Hmm.
can US1 business unit, let's say. This is US1 business unit. Name will say SP system. You say next. These are your position related information. Okay. So I was
Okay.
telling you, you can default lot of things. So you should be able to see the, SP HR department, then
Hmm.
SP job that we have defined. See
Okay.
SP, because SP Bangalore is linked to the department. Moment I
Hmm.
choose department, this defaults.
Okay.
Say
Okay.
we have a manager, I can put who is the manager for this position.
Okay.
I can also search. I can click on this and search for the manager. Search. Maybe this response this full-time regular assignment category, part-time, full-time, all this information regular. This is coming from the job. We defined it at the job level,
Yeah.
full-time regular. Hiring
Hmm.
status, proposed or approved or frozen.
Hmm.
Approved means you can hire.
Yeah.
Frozen, you cannot hire. Type, this is single incumbent. Initially, you can keep it shared so that whatever you're defining, you can then assign more than one people. Head count, how many people? Up to, let's say, 5 people you can have in
Hmm.
that. Any security clearances required? Usually government jobs and all require security clearances.
Okay.
Probation period, 5 months. 5 months is odd. So 6 months.
6 months.
Bargaining unit is basically the trade unions, or collective
Okay.
agreements. All these things you can see here, and you can have them populated as and
Hmm.
when required. They will default, or you can leave them blank. What only the mandatory ones you can define here.
Sure.
So working hours, you can say standard 40 hours, let's say, per week. So this is the calculation. So
Okay.
8 hours a day, 5 head count. So see, this grade will default based on the job that has been assigned.
Okay.
So you can add more job, more grades for this position.
Okay. So we can add
Yes, you can add.
multiple grades. Okay.
Usually there will be multiple grades, right?
Hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Evaluation criteria is again exactly similar.
Hmm.
Usually evaluation criteria Elia, nowadays hardly I have seen hardly any companies use evaluation criteria.
Okay. Hmm.
And more people nowadays, they do that competency profiling and they do that as part of the evaluation.
Correct.
Profile also, you can create an existing one or add an existing profile which we defined at the job level.
Hmm.
And then you have the review and the submit. Rest of the steps remains the same.
Okay.
So could you follow the flow?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Pretty much. But
Okay.
when I
Once you
was,
do the hands-on, na, you will
yeah,
become
yeah,
more confident. You know,
right.
it is very intuitive, nothing, very complex. Just step
Yeah.
by step, be calm, don't panic if something doesn't work or something doesn't come up. Keep clicking, okay? Keep
Yes.
searching, keep investigating here and there. And remember, the environments keeps changing, okay?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's why more you are able to follow the natural flow, it will be
Hmm.
easier for you to keep track of what is happening.
Yeah. Okay. But these are whatever you just showed me about jobs, location, departments. These are common things, right? And every
Yes,
tool will be
yes,
having this. Yeah.
exactly. Every company has this. So these are different positions that are already defined. In case you are not able to see what you have defined, feel
Hmm.
free to just query whatever is there. You will see a
Yeah.
lot of stuff here.
Hmm.
See, SP lead engineer is now showing here. I don't know why it was not showing. See,
Yeah. Correct.
so probably it was taking a few minutes. So what I did, since that SP was not coming, I removed that SP and searched for US1 business unit. And that way I
Okay.
saw it there. See, now it's there.
Yeah. Now
So
it's
it
there.
takes a few minutes because of the behind the scene programs run, so
Hmm.
they go
Hmm.
and update it.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So in terms of the navigation, we came to this home page and everything.
Yes.
First, we went to that establish enterprise structures. We went to this setup and maintenance,
Yes.
right? And then for the rest of it, work structures, we came to my client groups. Then we clicked on workforce structures.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes. Yes. So I'll be getting this recording also,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Your email is that amba.gupta 1990, right?
Oh, it's
90,
Amba Gupta dot
90
1990.
dot,
Yeah.
dot 1990 at gmail.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Any questions?
Yes. Not now. I
Okay.
just wanted to go through, by myself
Fine.
and
Yes,
maybe,
yes.
yeah.
Go through it yourself. Okay, let me show you another. Then I'll show that in the next class. This one,
Hmm.
you have the URL, user ID, and password, right?
Yes, yes, I have.
Okay, let me just show that anyways. There is a site called, this is the official Oracle site. Okay, it has all the documentations.
Okay.
So in case you want to read up anything, this is the best place for you. Don't, generally don't recommend any blogs or the different sites that are there, because they are not authentic. Okay, they are
Okay.
based on experiences that people are having.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I might have seen one part of Oracle Fusion, so I'll talk about that portion. Somebody else may have seen the other portion, they would talk about that portion. This
Hmm.
is the
Hmm.
Oracle's official site. Okay, docs.oracle.com.
Okay.
Come here, go to cloud applications, the very first tile here.
Okay.
Then you have HR here. Click on HR. And within this, you have use, implement. So go to this use. It has complete documentation of everything that you need.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, employment, hire people, workforce, changing salary, terminating work relationship,
Hmm.
etc., etc. So it has
Hmm.
everything here.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right. And
Hmm.
then if you want to see anything specific, like
Hmm.
used common features and functionality,
Hmm.
so it tells you what it is and stuff like that. Okay. And
Okay.
employment information, you click on employment information, you get things about what type of employment information, work structures, department, location. That's what we discussed, right,
Yeah.
just now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all this
Yes.
information is over here. In case you want to read up more,
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
read up. And the diagram that we saw about the legal structure and all of that is here.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
have
Yeah.
another variation of that. That's fine. You
Hmm.
can have different variations.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay. So
Yeah.
just feel free to look around. Okay.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
thing good about this site is it
Hmm.
has some very good, when you click on this HR, na,
Hmm.
just leave it here so that you can review it when you're getting this video. You will see all of it in one place.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, so you will find
Yeah.
it in one single place. This is just another depiction, so another business
Hmm.
can be in a different way. Now the good thing about here is, like I was telling you,
Hmm.
when you click on this HR,
Hmm.
on the left hand side you will find videos link here. There are
Yeah.
some very good short videos which talk about specific things in the application.
Okay.
Sign in, cross product, getting help, work
Hmm.
areas, you know. So just
Yeah.
review those, it might be, give you some ideas, hiring an employee, creating grades, steps, ladders, rates,
Okay.
workforce. So this has very, very specific, very short videos,
Hmm.
nothing too detailed. So they just straight away get to the point. So you can filter
Okay.
this out also.
Yeah.
Say global HR.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So feel free to, and this is accessible to everyone and it's free. So there's no issues with that.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll sign off today.
Yes.
So
So tomorrow, do we have class?
not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll suggest that you go through these
Yeah.
things, do some things, just initially we'll not
Hmm.
have class every day. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
probably give you 1 day break so that you can do some stuff here, and
Yeah.
then we can pick up. Okay,
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
so we'll this week actually I am in Kolkata. We have the pujas here, Durga
Hmm.
Puja and all that.
Hmm.
So we'll be off till Tuesday. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
Sure.
after that, we'll again pick up. In
Huh.
between, if you have any queries, any questions, I'll be sending you the videos by email. So
Hmm.
if you're stuck somewhere, feel free to let me know. I'll respond back as and when I see it.
Sure. Sure. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so
See
much.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. See ya.
Good
Bye.
evening.
Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye.